What's up, everybody? My name is Jacob Lone. Today I'm actually going to do a cooking video for you guys. We're going to do a traditional Spanish tortilla. You might think, oh, it's going to be a flour tortilla or corn tortilla. Nope, completely different. I'll explain. So Spanish tortilla is eggs, potato, onion traditionally. I mean, you could put other ingredients into it, and you could probably put some cheese in it, some peppers in it. I mean, whatever you want, but I'm just going with a simple, ingredients here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera. You want to get your eggs and whisk them up. Get a medium cut potato, probably a little bit smaller than that, but that's probably fine. And about a medium dice onion. And then you want to get your pan, get some pan in here, get it hot. I got it, I'm using an electric stove obviously, and I've got it on about 4, I'll probably put it on 4.5, 5. So I got it on like about 4.5 setting. And I'm using olive oil. It's a little bit more healthy of oil. I prefer olive oil over other oils, or peanut oil. Canola oil and vegetable oil is fine, but I like olive oil's got a little bit better flavor. And some salt and pepper for flavor obviously. And basically what you want to do is you want to get your potatoes and onions in. You want to sweat them down a little bit. And then once they sweat, turn the heat up a little bit and you want to brown them. And while you're doing that, while you're browning your potatoes and onions, you want to whip this egg. I got about 4 eggs in here. No, I have 5 eggs in here, sorry. I will leave a link to the recipe down below as well. So, anyways, while you're browning your potatoes and onions, you're going to want to whip these eggs till they're white, frothy egg. That's the kind of a key technique here. So then while you're doing that whipping, once your potatoes and onions are nice and golden brown, you're going to add them directly to the egg. Mix them up, add more oil to the pan, and then you're going to put the egg in the bottom of the pan with the potatoes and with the onions. And then that way you're just going to leave them cook on the bottom of the pan. You're not going to touch them. Spread it out evenly around the bottom and just let it cook, because you're actually going to go for a crispy kind of a crispy egg. It's going to be technically it's kind of like an omelet, but like I said, this is a Spanish tortilla, traditional. So let's go ahead and get the potatoes in. Just let the pan heat back up, because that, drain the water off the potatoes because you don't want to add water to the oil while it's hot. That could be painful. It could splash on you. So it could even, if the oil's hot enough, it can catch on fire. I have seen that happen before. But so yeah, just drain the water off, get it warmed up, get the pan back to a heated pan. That way, when you add the onions in, it won't just completely pull the pan off, and then it takes time to get back up to heating. Now, add the onions. And then now, while that's cooking, a little bit of salt. Potatoes love salt, so you could go a little heavy on salt. If you don't like using salt because you have issues with salt, cholesterol, or whatever, salt problems, then use a different seasoning. But alright, everybody. Still kind of sweating the onions and potatoes. But you can see that the potatoes are starting to become a little bit more, a little opaque in some spots, like in here. But you want everything to be cooked fairly evenly. Try to cut everything in a nice uniform, you know, cut. That way everything cooks evenly. You don't want one part of your dish to be cooked and the other part still half raw. That's just, it's your discretion, you know, whatever you like, I guess. But if you're serving other people, people are not gonna care for it too much. You want your guests, your company, or your family to enjoy the meal, right? So cutting everything into the same size typically is the best thing. It's going to cook a little bit faster, it's going to cook more evenly, you know, and that's what you're looking for, especially in like a restaurant setting. You want everything to be as perfect as you can get it, I guess. But yeah, like I said before, potatoes and salt. Potatoes will soak up salt like the sea, really. I mean, if you're making a soup and you accidentally add too much salt, the best way to get rid of all that saltiness flavor, cut up some small cut up some potatoes, fairly small. Throw them in your pot of soup or, whatever. And the saltiness of your soup should reduce quite a bit. You might, and then let the potatoes cook and then draw in that salt before you test it out. And if it's, you might even see that you'll need to add a little bit of salt to it after you add some potatoes to it, because, like I said, they will soak up salt like a sponge, I guess. That's a better reference. And earlier I said with eggs, they're white and frothy. Sorry, I can't do that unless you're only using egg whites, but I'm using the whole egg. So you want your egg nice and frothy, foamy, I guess. If you're a beer drinker and you drink it out of a keg and you get all that foam on the top, they call it head. You kind of want your egg to look similar to that. That'll prevent the immediate cooking when you add the hot potato and onion and the oil into it. It gives it a better texture, it'll make it more fluffy, and then once you put it in the pan, go from there. But yeah, go ahead and let this finish. We'll be back. Alright, so here, the onions have sweated down pretty good, the potatoes have sweated down, so now I'm putting the heat up. I got it at around 7 on the electric stove here. And now, because there's a bit of oil in here, so basically we're just frying the potatoes now at this point and the onions. And you want to get a nice caramelization on the potatoes and onions, a nice golden brown. And then once it starts to brown, I'll start whipping these eggs up a little bit more, and then show you how they should look, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so they're starting to brown a little bit. You want them to get a little bit more, so I'm going to let them cook about 5-6 more minutes to get a nice golden brown, and then we'll go from there. So here's the eggs here. See how they're nice and frothy. You want to whip them up really good. And then a few more minutes, and I'll put the potatoes in here, and then give them a nice, you want to mix them up to where everything's coated well with the egg, and then put everything into the pan. See how the nice golden fried look on the potato? That's what you're looking for right there. Give it about another minute, and then I'll put them in with the egg. And I'm going to add the potatoes and onions to the egg. And make sure you salt and pepper your egg too. You want to get some seasoning in there. So put everything in here. And then you're going to want to add a little more oil to the pan. You don't want your eggs sticking and whatnot to the bottom of your pan or the edges. There's a little bit of stuff in the back. Or a little bit of onion left back in the pan. So now, mix this in with your potatoes in with the eggs. And then I'm going to go ahead and transfer this over to, now the egg is in the pan. Now it's best to just let it cook. I have it set on medium heat. Just let it cook. Once you see that the edges are starting to brown, you're going to probably want to use a plate. Put it over the top and then flip it over, like flip the pan over into the plate to allow the egg onto the plate, and then put it back into the pan to cook on the other side. And like I said, you could add cheese and peppers, tomatoes, whatever you wanted into this and make it more like an omelet, but this is not exactly what we're trying to do here. Now we are doing a Spanish tortilla here. I will leave the recipe that I'm using. I will put that in the description, or I'll put a picture of it in the video, at the beginning of the video, so you guys can see the recipe, and you can pause the video and you can take a screenshot of the recipe or write it down, whichever is easier for you. And then you can try it out and let me know what you think. Once this is finished, I will show you the flipping. Well, I won't be able to show it because I have to find my tripod and set that up. But once it's flipped over, cook it on the other side. You're going to want to poke a hole in the center of the egg so the heat can go throughout the middle of the egg, because that's going to be the inside of the egg. You want it to be cooked completely through. And then you could serve it straight out of the pan. You could try to plop it back onto a plate or a serving dish, and cut it like a pie or a pizza. Cut it into little triangles, and serve it. It's good for appetizer. It's good for a snack. You can serve it cold, hot, however you want to serve it, or however you prefer to eat it. Me personally, I prefer it warm. Cold egg, I don't really care for cold eggs, but you can serve it either way. But we'll be back. Alright everybody, I'm back. I flipped it. I did not use anything to flip it. I just flipped it with the pan like that, and it kind of broke in the edge, but it's alright. It's still gonna be just as good. But you see how it's crusty here? Hold on, I had a phone call coming in while I was recording, sorry. So you see how it's nice and golden, it's nice and crispy. It's still kind of spongy, like an egg. And then you just let it cook until it's cooked all the way through. Obviously, you do not want any runny egg. People eat and drink raw eggs, but it's best to cook it thoroughly. But like I said, once it's done, you could cut it, serve it out of the pan. You could put it onto a serving dish, you could put it onto a plate, cut it, serve it how you wish, cold, hot. It doesn't matter, it's your preference on how you eat it. It will hold, if you cover it in a dish in the refrigerator, should hold up to 5 to 7 days, but it's not that much, so it should be perfect for a meal, a breakfast, a lunch, a dinner for your family. If you have a big family, do 2 of them. Get, not that, it's a very simple. It's just the prepping of cutting your vegetables, your potatoes and onions. Like I said, you want them to be a medium dice so they don't break down while you're cooking them and just turn to mush. I'm still letting it cook to make sure it's thoroughly finished. And then I will be serving it for my lunch. It is 12:15 in the afternoon, so it's going to be lunchtime for me. But I just wanted to do this. I've been talking about doing a cooking video, and I haven't done it. I've been focused on gaming videos and everything. But I have a whole new setup, so it will be hopefully some better videos. But anyways, if you like this video, leave a like, comment what you think. If you try it, like I said, I'll put the recipe in a picture in the video so you guys can use it. try it out. Let me know what you think. Like I said, you can do it yourself. Do it however you want to do it. But this is a traditional Spanish tortilla. Different from what many of you probably think of as a tortilla. But, you know, you can try it out. Let me know what you think. Make your own video. Show me. Let me know. But anyways, I love you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like. Share this video out. Comment what you think. God bless.